I'm pushing the button. Well, I'm glad you were on top of that, Ion, because I was a little behind on that particular.
Okay.
I was like, I know it's in here somewhere, but I'm on my magic mirror, and that makes everything a little bit harder. So, good evening, ladybugs and yellow jackets. Welcome to this week's episode of FAE News here on FAE Productions. I am your host, Fairy Princess Lolly. Tonight, I'm here with Ion the Leprechaun. And Professor Greenman. And Raynwulf.
Hello.
And Qamar. And soon to be Lord Voivode logging in from the Aether somewhere. I don't know.
Maybe.
I believe I sent it the right one to his magic mirror, so.
I mean, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tonight we are going to like and subscribe and roll the bell, if you will. Oh, hello. Oh, look, you're so fancy tonight. All dressed up.
Well, it's my outfit, so it's better than the t-shirt I wore last week. So.
I'm very impressed. Yes, so like, subscribe, roll the bell in honor of the Kingdom of Rolling Hills, to which I will be traveling tomorrow to see Professor Greenman and Raynwulf at their event. Yeah, Mythmusica. So, before we jump into that, really quickly, I just want to say, you guys do the thing, like hit the buttons, and then also let me give a quick shout out to our new Patreon patron, Natasha Sorensen. Thank you so much for joining the Wild Fae. We appreciate your support and look forward to luring you deeper down the rabbit hole of fairy. And then, of course, giving a shout out as well to today's show sponsor, which is Lost Heart Leather, one of our fairy blossom vendors, and then also Patreon patrons. And find your fantasy with Lost Heart Leather. They have unique and enchanted leather arts for all occasions. Peruse their custom masks and costume pieces. And I mean, I can attest, this guy's work is really, really nice work. So you're looking at some good, high-end, very, very good leatherwork stuff, all handmade with lots of love and a touch of magic. So bring home leather like you've never seen it before, and be the envy of your local coven, guild, or fae court. I mean, that's what their thing says, but some of those leather fans were suspiciously like my mushroom fan that I have, that looks like it also would double as, So, naughty paddle. You will love his work if you go check it out. So, of course, links in the low bar, you guys. Thank you so much. And also, now I want to circle back to you, Professor Greenman and Raynwulf. I want to hear about Mythmusica and what is in store for this weekend. Tell us where it's at, when it is, how much it is, all the stuff and things.
All right. Mythmusica is our little child of creativity. We will be hosting musicians Thistledown, Sweet Maple Singers, and Moghorn the Stray. These are local acts for us. They have been extremely active on the fairy circuit, so they will be very much appreciated, I'm sure. Mythmusica opens on Saturday at 11 a.m. And runs till 5 p.m. Admission is a mere $20 for the day of festivity, and you can save $5 by showing up in costume or garb, or make an offer. Well, we may bargain.
Festively.
Yes.
Wheel and deal with us at the door, classic
And
fairy
if
style.
you're looking
Maybe
to
you'll just find yourself getting a discount anyway, right?
That is true. Also, we have an assortment of vendors all doing handcrafts. We have jewelry. We have sewing. We have glasswork. I
Goodbye,
believe.
money.
Yes, and of course, Lolly herself will be hosting and encouraging people to duel with wands on that, hopefully safely.
Pew, 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 pew. It's true. I was going to say, if you are planning on going, bring your magic wand, because we will be doing magic wand duels while I'm out there. Very excited for that. So,
In
and
addition
whatever
to that,
other goodies I may have in my fun storytelling basket, and fairy quests that I have along my way, and other fun shenanigan-y things that I tend to travel with. So
in
bring
addition
my
to that,
flute, a little bit of busking music out there.
yes,
So,
and we have archery.
oh, elf
Yes.
shot, hooray!
Yes,
Archery? Like,
Can I participate in elf shot?
I believe you can.
Sure.
I love it. I never get to do it, so it will be fun to try to do it in your kingdom.
We
Also,
actually
What?
have the young lady who will be moderating for us
Mm-hmm.
has won awards for her archery.
Wow.
So
I'm
that's
not
so
that
cool.
good.
Yes.
In fact, I'm not even sure I'm good at all. I just like to shoot bows and arrows.
I
Me too,
enjoy
though.
that too, and I
I'll put all
sometimes
the
even hit
information
the
in the
target.
comments.
Just
I'm
don't
pretty sure you're
stand
not
on the
supposed
pointy end, okay?
You're not supposed to shoot the bow. You're not supposed to shoot the bows and arrows. You're supposed to launch the arrows with the bows. It's a big difference.
Okay, that's fair.
I feel like you're trying to cause trouble, Ion.
I think
I
he's
feel the
missing the
same.
point.
So
I thought I was
I
stealing.
just got that. No. Where's your Greenman? Come on.
wait, was there a
They're jokes
joke in
with-
there?
Yeah,
There
I
was.
think you're missing the point.
It's jokes with no strings
Missing the
attached.
point.
Yes. It's jokes with no. Wait, A. You guys every time sit here like an old
Well, we do
man
have
on
to
the lawn.
please.
Okay. So I kind of want to keep the show a little bit short tonight, because I do have a bunch of things to do here at the shop before I get ready to fly out tomorrow on the Silver Dragon. I am pretty excited, though. There's also going to be a small little quest for Rolling Hills out there. So if you guys are out there, please come find me and retrieve your fairy quest. So how about you, Lord Voivode? What's going out on in your neck of the woods there?
So I decided to take today off as vacation after the fact that we were off yesterday too, because of the holiday. So I pretty much lazed around all day, and I was doing some, as you probably already know, I do some miniature painting, and dealing with a problem of like the particular figure I was working on has stripes on it. So not only did it have stripes, but it kind of has like what's the best word I like here? Almost like a panel line between the stripes. So
Like
as
a striation of some sort?
Sort of, yeah. So as I'm trying to paint just the stripe itself, paint will kind of leak into that thing and make it look like I'm going over and correcting it. It's like, and here's the thing, it's like it's basically an airplane wing, and I have to do the stripes on both sides. So basically 4 sets of stripes. So I literally took about an hour just making one side good, and I decided, okay, stop. I got to stop and take a break, because I'm not going to start on the 3 other sets of stripes at this point, just because I was so freaking set on at least getting one correct.
Yeah,
And
you got frustrated
that-
as heck.
Yeah, and the pain about it is I'm a perfectionist, so any little little whoop, I'm like, I gotta correct you.
You need to give up on that. Like, perfectionism that's a terrible, dirty lie. You just
Perfectionism while painting miniatures
Perfectionism is a
it's
mess.
gotta be horrific.
You got to cut
It
your work
is,
in
but
half by
it's also-
cutting them. If you cut the miniature in half and put a mirror there, then you cut your work in half. You only
Ew.
have to paint one side.
That wouldn't work quite well, but you know, I was happy with the progress they did. I'm cool with that, and I am, you know, I will just leave the other stuff for it next week. But the reason why I'm so focused on it is because it's going to be a gift for a friend. So there's that artist thing of, I want this to be absolutely perfect.
Well, yeah.
It's got to be perfect for them. You know,
You,
I mean,
want,
any
you
of-
want it to look like you tried really, really hard.
exactly. Plus, there's a lot of other techniques I'm trying later because there's well, it's basically a robot, so there's a lot of basically panel lining on it, and there's this new technique where basically a sprite, you're supposed to basically fill all those lines in. You take you basically spray it with a gloss varnish, and then put like this almost, it's like almost like a black oil in the lines. Of course, it's going to flow over into the other panels, but then you take mineral spirits with like a little swab, and you clean all that excess, leaving everything in the nooks and crannies.
It's like. Sorry, go ahead.
Huh?
I said sorry. Go ahead. I was gonna say something,
Yeah.
but
And it is, I'm both very excited because it's a new technique I've never done before, and incredibly frightened from an artist's perspective.
Yeah, it reminds me of. It's not dry brushing. What's it called? Is it dry brushing? Where
Washing.
Washing reminds me of doing like a wash over
Yeah.
something, but
it's
it
very,
sounds. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much like washing, except there's this brand of panel lining paint called Tamio. It's used in a lot of like other type of modeling, and I've seen a lot of miniature painters use this stuff. So, well, I figure I'll go ahead and give it a try. I mean, what's the worst I could do? I just basically have to start over from scratch. But
Yeah.
luckily, I have ways to fix that part at least.
Well,
Well, hopefully you will get this all done in time so that it can go out to your friend.
Yeah, it's I've been working on it for a while, so it's not, there's no particular time limit.
It's
With
not like
it?
a birthday or something.
Right, exactly. So it's kind of more of like, I'll finish when I finish, and anytime I get frustrated with it, I'll just stop, work on something else, because that's what we do as artists. You know, if you get frustrated with something, just set it aside, work on something else. Let it
in with Buddha, in with Bob Ross, okay, and like out with Van Gogh. I mean, that dude chopped his ear off. He was so frustrated. So you just need to be like in with Bob Ross and out with Van Gogh.
exactly.
I wish I knew the name of that. It's another painter that's like the opposite of. That's the opposite of Bob Ross. He's just like, now let's paint some screams into here. He's like, now we're just gonna scream for a minute. He just leans into the canvas and starts screaming. I thought it was amazing. Like screaming.
I don't know
I
if
mean,
that
Are you ready?
sounds amazing. Actually, you gotta find somebody in the audience has to find that for us. So it looks like once again I cannot actually see audience comments. So if you guys are like out there, hello everybody in the audience. I'm sorry that like I see no audience comments, and so I can't say hello to you guys individually like I normally do. But so you want to see what I'm planning for the store?
Yes, please.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
I have a bunch of things in the store that are like the display pieces and whatnot, and I don't know, just like little. I mean, one of my display pieces, for example, is a jewelry box. So it's got all these little drawers in it and wings that open up, and people are always looking, like they'll come along and they'll just pull the drawers out and look inside of the drawers, even though there's nothing really in them. And so this made me have this idea the other day that what I should do is I should start hiding in-store little tiny quests for people, right? So like when they open the drawer, there's just a note in there that's like, open me. And if they open it and read it, then it tells them to do something like, you know, find this thing in the store and like open it, follow the instructions, and, you know, then like take it to the counter for your prize, right? And so
Cool.
one of the things that I want to do, and it's inspired by the $1 Million Fairy Castle in Chicago, which has a super teeny tiny book in it that is like just like a little itty bitty book, and inside that itty bitty book are all these signatures of really famous people from like the 1920s era. And so I got this super teeny tiny itty bitty little book like this, and I put like a crest for the store logo on the front, and it's just like empty on the inside, and it goes. So I'm gonna put a note in the drawer, and the drawer is gonna tell people to look for this like piece of tree wood. I don't know what I should call it. Like it's like a puzzle box, but it's, you know, it's a piece of wood. So like a knot, or I don't know, but it goes like this. So it comes apart like this, and it's really easy. It's like the kindergartner could do this. It's not hard. And then the top comes off, and then the inside comes out, and inside there's just a hole. And so into the hole will go the little tiny book, right? And there goes the lid. There goes the second lid, hypothetically. Second lid. Go on. Oh, I have it backwards. There we go. Second lid.
Down the hole.
Yeah. And then basically, like, I'm just gonna collect people's signatures, right? Like their signature and the day that they were here, right? Like so-and-so was here, right? And I'm going to collect that inside of the book that goes in here. And if they do that, then, and they show like whoever is at the counter. So this is like important for you, Qamar and Ion. You should, you know, pay attention to this part. If they show it to you guys at the counter that they've done it, I have now here, lower the dross box. The dross box is here, and it opens, and inside are all kinds of things that they can choose for prizes. I've actually sort of been remossing it all day because, man, was it beat up. So that was a thing.
I've got one of those puzzle boxes that's made out of wood, but it's a fish. It's like this big.
I'm gonna do that one, and then I also have this one that's a dragon egg that I got from Fairy Blossom Festival from one of the vendors, and it glows in the dark. So I'm gonna have one little thing that leads people to the tree stump, and then I'm gonna have one little thing that leads people to the dragon egg. And I haven't decided what I'm putting in the dragon egg yet, but I'll figure it out. So that's the thing. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to hide tiny little fun things all around my store for people to do when they come in, if they just happen to randomly find it.
Yeah.
I think it will be fun.
I think the audience could definitely help, like, us brainstorm some stuff.
Yeah. I have to figure out where I'm going to hide stuff. I don't know.
I had this image.
What?
I had this image in my head of like them opening up the drawer, and you get like not necessarily what I'm describing, but open up the drawer and see like one of those little troll dolls that are only like so small, with like this, you know, just kind of like either holding like, you know, folded up piece of paper for them to pick up and open, or something else like that, for them to get the clue.
Oh, like some sort of figurine with like maybe like a book in its lap, but the book is it says like turn my page or whatever, and it's
like
open.
sort of like I did here, like.
How about a suspicious looking peanut brittle jar?
There.
It says "Don't open me."
Yeah, exactly. Like a little figure or something like that too, for extra things around the store, going like, oh, what's this little guy have?
Actually, I think
Now
what
you're
you really
thinking.
need is one of those little dolls holding a note that says "Look behind you."
No, I'm sorry, that wigged me out there for a sec.
Well, I think I missed it.
I said,
Oh.
I think you need a doll that's holding a note that says "Look behind you."
Look behind you.
if you weren't
Don't
as-
blink.
Oh.
I've always
So,
wanted to
yeah, so I do
add
kind
a
of-
fortune cookie to a Chinese restaurant that says duck. Just
So I do kind of want to keep the show a little bit short tonight, and also I only have so much battery here on Yon Magic Mirror. Excuse me. Tonight, though, because we do not have enchanted items for giving the enchantments to, we are going to do the classic drawing for an item because I have a gift that can be drawn for that was given to me for the purposes of giving away. And now, talk amongst yourselves while I go find it.
Ooh.
Okay. So this may sound
But
a
not
little
all
silly.
at once.
This may sound a little silly.
Monks.
You guys know time capsules?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
make time capsules for like future me, like just like when I get bored or whatever, like for important dates or just a random date that I generate. I want to start putting little fairy items in them, and I want to make it far enough away I forget what's in them. So like I open them and it's like whatever. Also, Fairy Princess Lolly, you're gonna
What?
have random strangers sign their name away to you. That's epic. I mean, what? No, wait, what?
It's their fault if they don't read the fine print.
Dun, dun,
Fine print is like
dun.
super, like microscopically small. You
Right.
need like a magnifying glass to read it. No.
Written
I
in
actually was
invisible
planning
ink.
to. I was actually planning to speak to that. I was going to write into the back of the book that the truth about that, because it's basically just modern pop culture lore. That if you give a fairy your name, then oh no, they can control you or they have power over you. There's literally no basis for that in actual historical folklore. It's just like made up in a meme and then became like pop culture. There's
Okay, I didn't know.
yeah,
that.
no, I mean, as far as I know, and other people that I know that have researched it, the seeming origin of that seems to be from a Tumblr post somewhere that I don't remember the link for, but
do something for me.
I mean, I would guess that probably the idea of it, though, comes from general witchiness, like general pagan witchiness, where there is the idea that words have power and naming things has power. So when something gives you its name, that means you have like a certain level of power over it, right? Also, though, it's a thing that exists in a lot of RPGs for lore about other magically creatures,
Right.
but at
Plus
least
lots
for the
of cultists.
Fae, no foundation in actual history. So it's just propaganda against us to get people to be scared of us and not give out their names.
Just
That's all
like
it
they did
is.
for Small.
It's the
So, Ion, can you pull up the Wheel of Wind for us?
Sure.
Wheel of wind. A wheel of wind.
Tonight, you guys,
look. Some
for the Wheel of Wind, we're just going to do a classic drawing. Everybody that's on the Patreon or the YouTube channel as subscribers, you all get to be on the list. Yes, there we go. And create the wheel. And it's the prize for tonight. Man, I guess I should just like let the name be drawn now that it's up on the screen. And then I'll show you the prize that you get because it's hilarious. So go ahead and Wheel of Wind, spin, spin, spin.
Woo!
Greyheart Wave Wanderer. Geez Louise, man, if only they would come out. They're actually somewhere in one of the Carolinas. They should just come up to the festival and then I wouldn't have to snail mail it to them. And that would be amazing.
Whoa.
Agreed. Just go to all of our festivals. It's important.
Yeah,
They
no,
are-
that's it.
Single
Also,
one.
hello, Phoenix.
Hello. Yes.
You cried in like a little fox.
My apologies for being late. As you know, Princess knows I'm always out jumping around, sending messages, giving orders, relaying in loud, obnoxious voices. But this time I was busy ordering and buying 2 mares for our miniature pony breeding extravaganza over here at the farm, the family farm. So, yes, sorry I'm late, but I had ponies to attend to.
Well, that's okay. You're just in time to see what the prize is that Greyheart Wave Wanderer has won. It is. Can you
Facebook-
embiggen me, please?
Facebook user. Yeah, Facebook user.
Begin.
This is worth having the screen.
Oops.
Oh,
Oh shit!
embiggen me. Poof, gone.
You
Oh,
asked to be
there we go.
embiggened instead I
Done.
got smited.
Embiggen, disappointed.
You're really bad at this.
Wrong embiggens.
Well, yep, there you go.
Ta-da.
Sorry. Okay, here it is. Do, 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 do. Oh yeah, 10 points if you know who that is just from looking at this.
Weird Al.
I know, I'm like, who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it?
I said Weird Al, right?
No, it's
No, yeah,
the
No,
the
it's not him.
Kenny G.
You
Yep.
said it. One of you guys. You're supposed to let the audience guess. You win this beautiful gold foil keeping it sexy board game. Greyheart Wave Wanderer, you will be the life of the party for you and your friends, keeping it sexy every second of the night. That didn't work very well. Here's the back. You can see the back of your new game that you've won. Use the powers of jazz to win the day.
Jazz it up with jazz.
What is even supposed to happen in this game? Okay,
I don't
we can
know. I'm just
unbig it
trying to
now.
read the back about it.
I know. I'm gonna, because I want to see a little bit. I'm like, what the heck? Okay. Help Kenny G, the world-renowned saxophone superstar, keep his groove through a hectic day. Oh no, so much stuff. Like, just so stressed. He needs that cool, sexy jazz. Work together to overcome uncool events, detangle those luscious locks, and avoid rush hour traffic without missing a brassy beat. It's a soothing combo of strategy and cooperation. I
just have to say
somewhere
that
a game designer was paid to make this game.
I just have to say it literally sounds like one of those books you find when you're like in the library when you're 10 years old that have those various games inside, like help Grimace try to catch the Hamburglar and stuff like that.
Wait, maybe I should try reading it in different voices, right? Here we go. Help Kenny G, the world-renowned saxophone superstar, keep his groove through a hectic day. Work together to overcome uncool events, detangle those luscious locks, and avoid rush hour traffic without missing a brassy beat. It's a soothing combo of strategy and cooperation. Cooperation.
Some of that.
Well, I can't hear anything you're saying. I see that you're like moving your arms, like I don't know, but
I was trying to say.
Your mic is weird.
That, my mic is weird.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I can hear you just fine, Ion.
I don't know. I can't hear. Everybody is very quiet tonight. So
am I quiet? Do I need to be louder?
No, I usually can hear you. That's why you're the herald.
The herald.
That's right.
I think.
How about now? Do I sound better now?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you turn your mic volume up?
I changed which microphone was being used.
Did you turn your mic volume up?
No.
Well,
real fast. Let's go.
He changed.
La 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 la.
All that Bugs Bunny stuff.
We gotta
Let's
check
see.
to make sure your mic works.
Edit mic settings. Let's see. Nope, it won't. All right. Well, there it is then. I could try a different voice. I could do. Okay, give me a voice to try. I'll try it. We'll see if the game sounds. What?
Kermit, yeah.
Like Kermit the Frog here.
Kermit the Frog.
I don't know if I can do it very well. I've never done Kermit, and it sounds like it's gonna
Dude,
wreck
it's
my throat.
good.
So
You did
Yoda.
so good.
what?
Commit to the bit.
Yoda.
Can you do Kermit the Frog, Ion?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
That was
You
Elmo.
could try a Yoda voice
Yes,
where you
we
just
can.
change the word order.
No, let's see. Help! Help Kenny G, the world-renowned saxophone superstar, keep his groove through a hectic day. Work together to overcome uncool events, detangle those luscious butts, and avoid rush hour traffic without missing a brassy beat. It's a soothing combo of strategy and cooperation.
Not
Did
gonna
anyone
lie.
else picture Yoda instead?
Yes, I like.
Yes.
You ever do the
No,
thing where you're
Yoda's
reading-
more like this. Yoda would be more like this.
You got to move all the verbs to the end.
Voice actor Lily is not.
Saxophone. No, let's see, Kenny. The world-renowned saxophone superstar helped Kenny G. You will keep his groove through a hectic day. Will he?
He must. He
I think
must.
that's so funny because Fenix, you're the one doing the Yoda voice at first, right?
I know. I was doing Elmo.
Hold on. But wait. But while you were doing the voice, Lolly's lips were moving, but I couldn't actually hear Lolly, so it just sounded like she was doing a spot on Yoda impression. I was like, it's crazy.
I guess Kermit is more like
Frog.
Kermit the Frog here. Is that more like Kermit?
You have to put more of his voice in your
I
nostrils.
don't ever
for
watch
Kermit
the
the
Muppets
Frog.
because I don't like them, so I'm like, I don't remember what Kermit the Frog sounds like.
It is good to know that Lolly is racist against Muppets. Yes, doesn't watch them.
Is that Cookie Monster?
Right?
All right, give me another voice. And if somebody says Gilbert Godfrey, you're fired.
You don't want to be Gilbert Godfrey. That's the worst Gilbert ever.
Help
Just-
Kenny G, the
Yeah,
world-renowned
just use the
saxophone
voice of a
superstar,
saxophone.
keep his groove through a hectic day.
I was gonna say,
Fun
you
attendant
know,
Barbie.
I don't
I
know what
attended
Bugs
that.
Bunny or Grover really. I'd have to hear their voices to try to emulate them.
Grover is Yoda.
I mean, I'm not like a voice expert or anything. I'm just having fun messing around doing it.
Grover
I
is
mean-
the same as Yoda.
Cookie Monster.
Grover is identical to
Nom, nom, nom,
Yoda,
nom.
except that you don't mix up the words.
Do you know how Cookie Monster would read that? This not about cookies. I not read.
Yes.
That's how that would work. Yeah.
That's right.
Pretty much. Yeah.
You know the thing you do where like you look at where you look at books and you just like vividly hallucinate with your eyes open. Well, that's how hallucinate works. While you're reading though, like while Lolly was like reading the thing, my brain was just like my eyes were open. I was just all Yoda, but dressed up like Lolly reading the thing.
What about a terrible Cockney a la Mary Poppins, dude?
Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke, yeah. That accent would be
I'm
fun to do.
Isn't Dick Van Dyke a Cockney accent?
It's
Yeah.
a terrible one, yeah.
Very terrible.
He's apologized
Terrible
for
even.
it.
Many times he's apologized over the years.
I'm trying. I don't know if I.
It actually is actually.
I think I would have to hear Dick Van Dyke too. I can.
How you,
I'm thinking of Mary Poppins. Was that Dick Van Dyke in Mary Poppins?
Yes,
Yes.
he was the chimney sweep.
Yeah, and
Since
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
know
think
what-
of
Cockney sounds like, you'll be fine.
like hello, Miss Poppins. That.
You should
Is
use
that
the voice
Cockney?
like James T. Kirk from the original Star Trek series.
Help Kenny G, the world-renowned saxophone superstar, keep his groove through a hectic day.
I don't know that this
I-
was as much.
That could very easily segue into a William Shatner.
To
I
a
don't-
what?
Do a William Shatner. Just
Do a
put
William
a period
Shatner.
at the end of every
Well,
word.
William Shatner, James T. Kirk. It's kind of the same thing, right? Like
Yeah. Pretty much.
Shatner is Kirk.
that's right.
So
That's basically how it like how it's played out in the end. So
You guys know Sigourney
The voice
Weaver?
of Fran Drescher. Who's that?
What was that?
She has this nasally
Annie.
voice. She was on the show called
Hello,
Nanny.
operator. Give me the Bernard.
Now combine that with an accent from Long Island.
Oh my God, Chandler Bing is at you. Is that who we're talking about? Like that kind of.
Well, that's not the right person, but yes.
It's not the right person, but it's the right like tone
right
or
accent.
dialect. Yeah, there we go.
Do it in letter Kenny style. So, you were helping Kenny G the other day.
Yeah, do that.
So you're helping Kenny G the other day.
You see, guys, we just need to help Kenny G through his day.
Oh, Cartman. Oh man.
If you do not help Kenny G, then you are just a horrible person.
Somewhere I have an agenda and there's
Kenny
things
G
on
through
it.
his
But
day.
I have to find it. You guys
The agenda's alive.
don't burn the screen down while I'm not looking.
It's not true. I still kept the agenda that we had from that one time. It exists.
From that one time.
From that one time. Yeah. It proves that they, at least at one point, did exist. They just might have gone extinct.
All right, I remember my things now because I looked at the agenda.
You found an extant agenda?
Okay, let's see. So, thing number one. Normally, our hedge game online in Discord is the first Friday of the month. Obviously, the day after tomorrow, I will not be here to run that. I will be out in Rolling Hills, so there will be no game this Friday. But we're doing it the second Friday instead. So not this Friday, but next Friday will be our online hedge game. Also, my super exciting news that I'm really excited about. That's very redundant of me on the words, but I have arranged through a long circumstance of dealing with a crow that hopped into my store to be able to produce a fairy night market in the courtyard, the Ivy Courtyard that is next to my store, starting next month in August. So on second Saturdays, starting in August, from 6 p.m. to midnight, there is going to be a fairy night market with about 6 to 10 vendors right now at this point, and maybe some busking performers going on down there. All of the cool nightlife and activity that is up on the street. And we will have a magic mushroom sat outside the gate so that those of you who are in the know can say the secret word to the magic mushroom, and you will get a little LARPy bonus goodness. And also, since these are going to be our this is a FAE Pro event that's going on down there, if you do come to the night market and you buy items there, as with buying from all of our vendors, your items are eligible to be enchanted. So we will have the store open. You can bring them upstairs. I plan to have not a booth, but like a rolling push cart for down there as well. So I'm very excited. I still have details to be worked out, but that is because I'm leaving town. So I will be following up on that pretty much next week once I'm back. So I am pretty excited. Wow, I have a giant scratch on my glass.
I have a question. Okay. Does Sharpie get a small producing credit for enabling?
Does Sharpie get us? The birds get extra good food in order. Like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll tell you in a minute. I would just want to say real quick, if you are interested in vending, go to our Patreon, and there is a post there on the Patreon because our Patreon vendors get first crack at a booth until they're full. And then when I come back next week, it will be open to the public for signing up to be vendors. The whole deal about Sharpie is that when Sharpie hopped into the store, and then I took care of the bird for 5 days, right? And everybody was on Ye Old Book of Faces saying, oh, the bird is, really auspicious for your store. And, they bring good luck, and they bode well, right? Like, for success. Well, So part of what happened when I was watching, so the building next door is a rather secretive building. You don't really see the people that work there come and go because they are a little reclusive about it. So I had no clue. I had never even seen anybody go in and out of that building. But because I was watching Sharpie, who had flown into their courtyard, and I was sitting out on my roof watching the bird to make sure it was safe. I happened to see the person, one of the people at least, that manages that building, go and unlock their back gate courtyard and drive their car inside. Well, so when I saw them, I was like, oh, and I'm sitting out on my roof at the time, and I flagged them down. So, I mean, just imagine that scenario. This guy gets out of his car and there's a fairy sitting on a roof, barefoot, who's like, hey, let me tell you a story about a bird and my store and your courtyard. And so I asked them, I was like, hey, if it goes over there, is there a way that I could get in? So they enabled me to be able to get into the courtyard in the event that the bird got maybe stuck there again, so that I could go get it. That's how I got into contact with them originally. And so when I had the fairy market idea, I was like, oh, I know how to contact them. I'll just do that, because I don't actually know what the name of their business is. Like I said, it's pretty reclusive. So, yeah, I'm like, oh, well, all that bird, watching that bird through this weird little series of events resulted in me, bumping into the manager of the building, who was then able to work with me to be like, yeah, let's do a fairy night market. That sounds awesome. So that's how that came to be. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I'm like, oh, you guys, it's manifesting, right? So, yeah, it is pretty cool. So that's my cool, fun news. I'm really excited for the night market. We're going to do it August, September, October, and November and give it a go. And I'm thinking, I'm tossing around the idea in my head of actually doing our Samhain Dumb Supper on the night of the November night market and having that be an extra additional thing. I don't know. We'll see. I may talk to, I don't know. I have some ideas in my head. Not sure how they're going to go. But I'm pretty excited for it. So there we go. That's it. That's my good news. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
What's next on the agenda?
What?
What's next on the agenda?
Agenda doesn't exist.
Nothing. Weird news is actually next on the agenda. Should we do some weird news before it gets to be too late? Because I do want to keep the show short tonight, since I have to pack and do all of the stuff and things for leaving tomorrow.
So do we.
Sure, we could do some weird news.
We can't hear you. Rain, you're on mute.
I was on mute
see your
myself
mouth
too.
moving.
There we go. Let's try that. Sure, we can do some weird news.
Since
Ion has to be the weird news reader tonight. Uh-oh, what does that say? This is not the voice impersonator you're looking for.
So,
all right.
While he's looking, I got something funny to show. So, this was the thing. This was my container I brought to Fairy Blossom that I was drinking water and stuff.
That's who it is. That's who's next door to me. I'm like, I don't know what kind of a case they're having trouble building. It's really obvious. It's not like I'm a secret wand dealer.
Hey kid, you want to buy some wands?
I'm like, there they are. Behold.
Just wait for the person that comes in.
Give you some pixie dust for an extra charge. You know what I mean?
Just wait for the person to come in that says, I'm Joe Generic, and I was looking for some wands.
Yeah.
Do you have wands?
And I'm looking for some wands.
Talking very loud, but not like me, but still loud, to be like, what is that? And then leaning in close with my chest. Could you please speak louder? What did you say about wands?
Well, if you just what do they need to do a background check? Because that could be why.
Oh, you guys want to see what I did to the store today before we read news articles? I'm really excited about it. Today, I'm gonna see if it's probably gonna be easier if I swap my camera around. Settings, camera.
Do you need to be embiggened?
It might be cooler if you embiggen me. That work? Yeah. I did this. I brought in my mural that I used to use in my booth when I was a vendor and hung it on the wall. So it takes up like this enormous amount of wall space. And this is all hand painted.
That's so cool.
That is awesome.
It's on a giant piece of canvas. And it actually, you can see here, like it's kind of folded under. There, it actually comes down to like here, but it bumps into the stairs there. Like there's a whole dragon that's painted there that I kind of had to sadly tuck up under, but I'm really excited. I'm like, yeah, now my big empty wall has like amazing
mystical magical feels.
Yeah. And it's all hand painted. Like all of that is hand painted. And I don't know. I'm very excited to like, I paid good money for that. From another, small artist. So I'm glad that it is no longer in the garage. It is now going to good use.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 2 articles. I'm going with an animal theme.
Animal theme.
Article number 1. A service dog gets his own college diploma, winning huge cheers.
Okay.
Again.
Number 1 is a service dog getting his own college diploma. And number 2, Harry loving blackbirds force cancellation of Pick Your Own Festival.
Wow.
Say the second one again. What was it?
Cherry loving blackbirds force cancellation of Pick Your Own Festival.
Okay.
So if you want to hear about a service dog getting college educated, press number 1. If you want to hear blackbirds eating cherries, press number 2.
I mean, I kind of don't, because that dog story makes me a little bit mad when I think about how many actual humans are in severe college debt or would even like to go to college. But like a dog has a diploma. I don't know. That makes me a little upset. I bet that dog doesn't have any college debt. I don't know. But it also sounds more interesting than cherry eating blackbirds. So
I was gonna say, that's where I'm at. Birds eat.
Yeah, I want to know why the dog
cherries and berries all the time. Like, I want to know what happened to this dog. Like, are we saying that we've proven his
good about this dog, man?
Spain,
dog should hook me up.
the cherries are the pets.
Do you guys know that Spain actually passed a law stating that dogs are sentient creatures, and any harmfulness that you would do to a human is going to be considered with the same ramification because they're sentient? And I was like, that is super cool.
Wow.
That is cool.
Well, I mean, like tons of things are sentient.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, good on them for acknowledging dogs, but let's see all the other animals that are out there that should have basic human rights, and let's change it from human rights to sentient rights.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see who won.
I have one.
2.
Drum roll.
That's all I see.
You're telling me the birds won?
I voted 1. See?
Oh,
We don't
yeah. There's
get to
only
vote.
one. Is there only one vote? It's just Cobble.
Just Cobble.
Oh,
I
well,
think something's going on with the chats.
I guess that means we get to listen to number 2.
I was like,
What?
well, I guess that was the choice. Yep.
I mean, I see a lot more people watching, so I'm a little surprised that nobody else put their 2 cents in. So, okay. Well,
They're all
number 2 it is, I guess.
In the live chat. Probably something stuck in the live chat.
By the way, why is it
Again.
that yellow and green Skittles taste very good together? They're both citrus, lime, and lemon, but orange is also a citrus, but orange Skittles and yellow Skittles taste gross together.
They're all
Anyway,
the same flavor. Just
back
like
to
Peeps.
back to
Lemons and limes are both
Blackbird.
sour. Lemons are both sour.
Cherry-loving blackbirds forced cancellation of Pick Your Own festival. Pesky birds stripped an orchard days ahead of a public picking event.
Woodchuck, what?
I don't know how to say that.
Medieval
You're
property.
cutting out, Aya.
Property managed by the National Trust in Southwest England.
We'll have to find the actual article.
I'm in the article.
Oh my god. Close that stupid ad. Yeah. There it is. And pause that video that's playing, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some cheeky blackbirds spoiled a Pick Your Own Cherries festival days before it was scheduled. The event griped on Facebook. The celebration had been set to take place in Cotelly, a medieval house and property managed by the National Trust Conservation Group in Southwest England. Unfortunately, the cheeky blackbirds who lived in Cotelly have jumped the queue and eaten all of the cherries in the orchard. On Thursday, they said on Thursday, never work with children or animals, it's advised. Laura Jarman of the National Trust told the BBC that the birds cleared 80 trees. It's a lot of trees. This season's cherry crop was smaller than usual because of uneven spring weather, they explained. We, not the blackbirds, are sorry for the inconvenience and disappointment caused, the site said.
Look at them. So happy.
They're like, ruined it for the humans.
Time to stick it to the humans.
They later posted a picture of a lone cherry hanging from a tree. We found one before the blackbirds, the post exulted. Rather than putting it in a precious glass box, we're going to leave this one for the blackbirds to enjoy.
Aw, they get to pig out in the last cherry. Well, pig out.
That's it? That was a short article?
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
I
I'm
was
just going to
say,
read.
Well, you were looking to make it short tonight, so the article's
I mean, good
listened.
job.
I was gonna say it'd be hilarious if they found the lone cherry and like, yeah, we found one, just to see a blackbird come in and go, nope,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Cartoon moment.
fuck you guys, screw you guys.
You don't get this.
I said I'm doing the
You
dog one.
humans. Yeah, read that.
I'm also reading the dog one.
Yay.
Oh, we're reading the
All
dog
right.
one anyway?
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Dog.
service dog gets his own college diploma, winning huge cheers.
Of course, it's a
Aw.
big cheer.
Okay, it's a pretty cute picture. I confess.
I might have some emotional feels for this animal now.
They got through college together, and when Grace Mariani took to the stage to receive her diploma at Seton Hall University this week, her service dog, Justin, was right beside her. Her fellow graduates cheered as school
it's
president
big.
Joseph Neer handed Mariana her diploma. She earned a BS in education, graduating magna cum laude.
She got a BS education. Is that what I just heard?
Yeah, good college.
Yes.
Then Neer held a diploma for Justin, and the crowd inside the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey erupted. The scene was captured on video by the school. We're going to come back to that. Justin paused before accepting the white cylinder, glancing over to Mariani. Then he mustered the moment, grasping the tube in his mouth, his tail wagging while Mariana grinned. The pair left the stage together, in a chorus of cheers and more than a few barks.
Oh, that's so
Aw.
cute.
Yeah. Oh.
It is shared footage from the ceremony. Seton Hall noted that the 6-year-old dog, a mix of yellow lab and golden retriever, had attended all of Mariana's classes with her. According to the university, Mariana of Mahwah, New Jersey, plans to use her degree to work in elementary education and special education.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
no, I'm really, really sad that I made the BS joke because that's amazing.
That is amazing. What the heck, Phoenix?
I was in special ed, so I have great admiration
cool.
for special education teachers.
No more than 10
Aw.
seconds. Yeah. Oh, that's so cute.
That is cute.
Oh,
That's my alma
He
mater.
got that look on his face of like, I don't know why they're cheering, but I'm happy about it.
Yeah, but I must have been the bestest boy today if I'm
Yeah.
getting cheers and getting a
Wow.
treat.
Bestest boy.
Oh.
Imagine if he ate that certificate though.
Dog ate my certificate of
That's
diploma.
cool.
That's
That's
a funny tasting
Like you go to
bone.
your job interview and you're like, I would have brought my diploma, but the dog ate my
But
diploma.
the dog ate my diploma, yeah.
Or if it was one of those like, rawhide chew toys that was made to look like a diploma. That they gave
Oh,
That would have
that's
been
good, too.
amazing.
Yeah.
Our
That would've
diploma
been cool.
squeak toy.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
say that is amazing, though. Although, not exactly what I thought. Like, I was sitting here thinking, like, it's a service jog. So my first thought was, did it perform well enough, like, with a CPR technique of compression on the chest or something like that effect to where they actually were like, yeah, we deem this to be legitimate, not because she got it, he got it, which is still cool, but
Can you
my
imagine
mind
that?
went in a
That's cool.
completely opposite direction
Can
when I
you
first heard it.
imagine having to get CPR from a dog? It like presses on
Wow.
you and then it blows dog air in your mouth.
Oh.
I've actually seen a video where they were training dogs to be able to do that, and it's just basically they take both their front paws, and it's just like they're
Mhm.
hopping.
Yep, right
on
there,
the
they just hop.
person's chest.
That's why I thought that. Oh, maybe that's what they're talking about because I've seen that. So
I just
I do
Huh,
like
although-
the fact.
what's
Wow.
funny is that my boss, or not my boss, but my dad's job, they talked about how if anyone has like a heart attack or needs to be resuscitated back to life, they're just going to use the air compressor at work and just give you a few, just a few good
That would
steps on the chest.
explode somebody's lungs. Like, good job,
No,
guys.
they wouldn't do it. It was just, I was
that's
like, yeah,
so
just
horrible
don't
sounding.
die at my work.
Wow.
They'll just do this.
I love how we went from jerk birds to touching dog moment.
Yeah, to CPR incorrectly performed
That
at
dog
jobs.
went to 4 years of classes and attended every lecture.
Mhm.
And
So, I have an unrelated
Wow.
question, but it's about Skittles again, you guys.
Oh,
my-
Lord.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Raven.
are we talking about candy?
She wants
What?
to do a gay drive-by. Who's down?
Me?
No.
I'm so what? No. I mean what?
Well,
Sorry.
I only just learned recently that not
Where you throw
everybody
Skittles out the
divides
window
their
and you're like,
Skittles
"Taste the
into
rainbow,
color
bitch."
groups in order to eat them.
Oh, I do that all the time. What you talking about? That's normal.
That's
I
what I
don't.
thought, but apparently it's not. And
don't.
so
I
I'm
don't
curious, what do normal people do when they eat their Skittles? Do they just like a godless heathen just put whole handfuls into their mouth?
Hold on. How are you going to
Yeah.
ask normal people on this show?
Random flavor disaster.
about to
That's a
say.
good point. We have to outreach because we're not.
Yeah.
There's no other people on this show that can answer your question as a normal
You mean
person.
human
Yeah.
normal people?
Somebody might have
we need to go
experience. I
speak to
don't
the
know.
humans.
So I'm far
We
from
need a
normal,
human.
but I do just eat them handfuls at a time.
Godless heathen.
What?
No,
I am my own
It's not
god.
silly.
none
I-
of that is okay.
I occasionally will do that, but typically mine's the more of I'll be snacking on them, pour them out in on a plate or a bowl, and for whatever reason I get into my head of like, okay, there's 6 of this blue, there's 5 of the yellow, there's 6 of the orange, so I could eat an orange, yellow, and blue together, but because I have not enough blues, I have to eat those together, and it's this weird thing. I don't know why. It's
Okay,
like
I've done that.
that's
I
great.
did that a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
The whole like counting them out and the numerical sort of like, okay, well I have this many red and blah blah blah. Okay, well I do that. I
I
recently
think that's the
saw
best
an
part about
advertisement
eating
for that.
Skittles
You're
is
right.
the time that you can put into just eating Skittles. It's been 30 minutes and it's just a fun size packet.
I'll do that with like the various M&Ms too. Doesn't matter
Mhm.
what the flavor of M&M.
Yeah, and they're all the same flavor at that point. It's just like, no, but you gotta have all the greens together. Mm-hmm.
M&Ms don't matter. They don't taste different, but Skittles taste different, and so you have to separate them out.
Now,
That's-
do they taste? How different are they if you're like eating the sour Skittles?
What?
How
They're not very
different are
different.
they
I hate
if you're
the
eating
sour
the
Skittles.
sour Skittles?
That means we need a grand sour Skittle experiment.
Yes.
Just remember, if you truly want to play a
Skittles.
chaotic evil
Yeah.
character in real life, you will put M&Ms with Skittles in the same bowl and just wait for your friends to try it.
No. You will take
I'll
Brussels
die.
sprouts. You will take
Go ahead.
Brussels sprouts, dip them in chocolate to make them look like
Ew.
caramel chairs.
Like those little
That's
cherry
your
ones.
Exactly.
Oh, that's also chaotic
What is
neutral.
wrong
with you? Hey, I know. Yeah. Fist bump. Fist bump.
Go.
By the way.
That made me so viscerally uncomfortable, like in
I feel
my
like-
core being.
Yeah, I feel
It's
like
okay,
none
I
of you
hate
want to come to
Brussels
my house
sprouts
and
too,
visit
so it's
anymore
like-
after that.
No, I like Brussels sprouts, but the idea is horrific.
Chocolate Brussels
Get it.
sprouts sounds disgusting, though.
I mean, so does chocolate covered crickets, but apparently they're amazing. So
I've
They
eaten
are
one of
pretty
those.
I
the
think
weirdest-
the crunch would be the problem for me because I like crunchy things and I don't want to like something that I know that it's a bug that I'm eating and be like later on be like, oh, I want some crunchiness. I want some chips, and then the first thing my brain thinks is, you want bugs.
Are you
I
telling me
think
you would
the
rather
legs would
eat
get me.
soft
Like if I
bugs?
was
Oh,
chewing
no,
and a
it's
leg
chaotic-
broke off and
it's
got my
chaotic
teeth
evil, yeah.
and it was sticking out later, I couldn't handle it.
Phoenix, would you rather eat soft bugs than crunchy bugs?
Like a
Oh.
mealworm that like
No, no.
I mean, at
that's-
that point, then
biting
I would
into
have
it.
to choose crunchy bugs because at least I can consider that I've cooked them crunchy. And I would not want a soft bug because slimy yet satisfying is not a statement in my vocabulary. Sorry, Simba.
That's what you were referencing?
I'm just like,
Simon.
I mean, it was, yeah. When, right when they start teaching him Hakuna Matata and everything.
I
It
mean,
means no worries for the rest of your days.
it's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
In all fairness, a lion would not survive on their diet.
Yeah, I was over thinking, how malnourished was that dude?
A lion would survive if they were part of their diet, but
Probably.
Yeah,
Slowly
that would be
eating
a
your
different
friends.
ending to the Lion King.
Before even a baby lion will eat bugs, it will eat a warthog.
Mhm.
Okay, it's 8:43. One more article set, and then we gotta go.
Okay,
I gotta
right
go, so we gotta go.
Or
right.
do we want to give out secret, tantalizing ideas that might happen on next week's show?
No, I have not thought that far ahead. Wait,
Ooh,
do you have an idea?
Well, I thought next week's show was my show.
It is?
Who wants to have me for the next show, huh?
I feel like you're throwing me under a bus right now.
I'm throwing you under the bus. What?
There-
What?
Is next week? What do you mean next week's show is your show? It is? Did I agree to something and forget about it? Possible.
I think you did. You know what? I need to stop meeting up with you around the campfire at events and continually filling cups for you because things do disappear. It didn't happen much this weekend, but I feel like things still got lost in translation. Yes.
I mean, that may be. I guarantee you, my cups were pretty dry this last weekend. So, sadly, Fairy Blossom is not. Apple Bash is where I get to have a little more in my cups. The cup needs alcohol, please.
All right.
Fairy nectar. It needs
This weekend.
potato juice.
So my
This
theme
weekend.
for this article selection is weird
Or wine.
investigations.
Ooh,
And
okay.
our article number 1 is entitled 76 Days and Counting Underwater. Florida professor breaks world record for science. Now, I happen to know he came out after 150 days. So that's a...
So you're just ruining the article for us. How about you just
Yes,
read
he
the
did.
title
So I want
and
Article 2
let
now.
people vote?
Article
Is
2.
that or just the article?
Police investigating 911 call about UFO, not human creatures.
Yes,
So-
that one 100%.
If you want to hear about Professor Underwater for science, press
But
number
Ian
1.
already told us the punchline, so probably you want to hear about number 2.
And it's not UFOs, they're fairy craft, okay?
You know,
You want to hear about police looking
I'm
for
on that
non-human
episode of
creatures?
Ancient Aliens, right? Like,
That's what I'm saying. Mhm.
are aliens fairies or vice versa?
UFOs, press number 2.
Number 2, everybody. Number 2.
Right?
Or I should just say cobble. Number 2.
I know, guys. Throw your votes into the comments if you want to
Just
hear
say
about
I know
Some
there's
dude
more people
underwater,
out
press
there.
number 1. If you want to hear about ancient aliens or something and the police and 911, press number 2. I'm sure I'm just like improvising that poorly, but here we are.
Gonna be number
You get
2.
the gist. Man, that timer seems like it takes so long sometimes.
Time dilation.
Waka,
You're in Seattle.
waka, 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 waka.
You can see the sand accumulating.
It is.
Well, while
accumulating.
we're waiting for this
The
time
sand
dilation to get past us,
sand.
sneak preview on next week's FAE Productions Fair News. I'm going to release some information that's going to rock the foundation of how Phoenix makes sure his crystals are distributed amongst the world.
Wait. You're gonna rock the foundations of crystal distribution.
You got me.
Rock.
You got me. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna rock the foundations of the
That'll-
crystal world.
Well, that's a gem of an
That'll-
advertisement.
All right. So
Gobble it is. Number 2.
Gobble voted for number 2, and therefore that's what we get.
Those components.
There's so
That's
many
the
people in the audience right now, and only Gobble is voting. Why?
Because they
What's
want,
wrong, you
I'm not
guys? Are your
working.
fingers broken tonight? Like, push the
they want
button.
Cobble to have all the power.
Yes, everyone is giving Cobble all the power. I'm okay with this because Cobble seems to be pretty responsible, but we are still giving all the power to one man, and we
Yeah.
know how that usually works with some countries. So
He's
Just
watching
wait.
this show. How is he responsible?
You're not Count Morbid. Go away.
only Morbid is allowed to have that up and close personal cameo.
Look, we don't need to see the inside of everybody's mouth, so.
I made sure nobody
A
saw it.
Las Vegas
What's their ankle?
property.
At least he hasn't shown
A
us
Las
his
Vegas
ankles.
property was. A Las Vegas property was searched last month after residents claimed to see tall, big-eyed creatures in their yard. It followed a bright.
You know, if you
falling
just skip that part and start reading the article, you will also read that part because they always repeat it in the article.
Weird.
Yes.
Stupid
Let's
ad,
pull
go
back.
away. Where's the thing?
He's going to use his force power for good.
Stupid ads, yes. Take this little small pill. It's called Viagra.
Commercial break, commercial break. How long will these dumb ads take?
All right, so
That's good.
the Las Vegas police last month investigated a 911 call about a mysterious object falling from the sky and tall, non-human creatures walking around a family's backyard. According to video and police reports obtained by local news outlets, police body camera footage released last week shows the officers speaking with seemingly rattled residents just after midnight on May 1st following their 911 call. One of the unidentified men told the dispatcher that he was in his yard with his father and brother working on their truck when they saw something bright fall from the sky. Then they felt a big impact and heard a lot of footsteps nearby. And then we have like a big equipment, and then we see there's a 8-foot person beside it, another one inside, and it has big eyes and it's looking at us. The caller tells the 911 dispatcher.
Man, this is like in Las Vegas. This is like the home of, Las Vegas and Los Angeles, like the two
People
places where
wearing
there's
suits that are probably not real. Yeah.
like like so many stage props and shows and things that happen. And I'm thinking to myself, 1 week before the 4th of July, something bright falls out of the sky, people hear a loud boom, and then suddenly milling about specifically in a backyard
No,
Or
this
a
was
bunch
the
of-
1st of May.
are a bunch of it sounds to me like people in drag, like alien drag. That's what it sounds. I want to see alien drag now.
I was like, no, I want to see an alien drag show.
They're very large, like 8 foot, 9
Nipple
foot, 10
tassels
foot.
on their 12 nipples.
They're like 8. They're like they're more
the
like 10 feet tall.
It's a transforming alien, so it's like, I can be whatever you want me to be, baby.
No.
I guess that aliens on the strip.
The man insists to the dispatcher that what he saw was not human. 100% they're not human, he said.
Angry about it, bro.
Are they animals?
One of the Las Vegas Metro police officers responding to the scene expressed skepticism to the concerned residents. Body camera footage shows. He said he was taking it seriously, however, because his partner said they saw something fall from the sky, too.
I mean, people will believe this, but then they're like, that Penn and Teller stuff, that's all fake magic. I don't understand humans.
Police body camera.
Humans don't understand humans.
Did capture a bright glowing object from the sky in the area prior to the 911 call. There were a number of fireball sightings in the air around this time, according to the American Meteor Society.
Fireball whiskey.
See, now we're back to magic. Fireball, fireball, fireball.
I cast magic missile with the darkness.
I was thinking it was more fireball whiskey.
Fireburst? Yeah.
Actually, a fireball. Fireball. I can't even do it. You have to do it. Look, you know what? I should have had
into the darkness.
There you go.
I chose to cast Scorching Ray instead of Magic Missile because it lets me slur my S's more.
You told me I could cast Minikin Faithful Hound.
Well, then I just cast a spell magic as a bonus action.
I'm done with this article.
Continue.
It was like a big creature, one of the men tells an officer before
I guess no.
guiding him to the backyard video. I don't believe it all in it, but what I saw, I do believe in it. The video is blacked out after the officers entered the backyard. Police said this was done due to privacy laws. The officers searched the property but did not report finding anything unusual. The case was closed a few days later. That's a cover-up.
Yeah, so they're saying that they did see something that they didn't believe in, and now they do. But now they aren't going to openly make the reports or findings, which makes sense because anyone who does that, their commanding officer is going to be like, okay, so you get paid sick leave until your mental health is better. Yeah.
I still believe the whole fireball mention was fireball whiskey, not any kind of actual fireball.
And by the way, that reporting was just a few days before Cinco de Mayo. So
yeah, that's the other thing too. I was like, that's right before the 5th of May. Maybe people celebrated early. You never know.
Right?
With the way how people celebrate 4th of July early, I would not be surprised.
And late, because I'm sure we'll be having fireworks for quite some time.
Especially because it fell in the middle of the week, right?
Yep. Unidentified falling object.
Unidentified fairy object.
Even better. Yes.
It makes me wish I had the alien glasses that I tried on when I was at the Area 51 saucer thing. Last October when I was down in Vegas, like I stopped at it's at the turnoff that takes you to Area 51, and there's like a roadside, like a shack gift shop thing with a giant, several giant saucers, and they had inside these alien glasses. But I took a picture of myself with alien glasses on, and I put it on my Instagram.
I don't know if I can take Area 51 serious now after the Area 51 Naruto runner. So I don't know.
What?
There was a group of people during the pandemic that decided to charge Area 51 base, and they claimed that no one would get caught if they ran like Naruto.
Yeah, and so this dude's like doing the whole lean forward, run Naruto, just and I'm like, I can't take I can't take it seriously anymore.
I saw a clip of that I saw a clip of that where some of the guards were talking to the people that wanted to get in, and there was a guy that kind of started, going forward like the Naruto, and one of the guards said, don't do that. And the kids stopped and went back to the line. I mean, the weird thing is the guy didn't sound serious, but the kid took him serious. He was like, okay, I believe it. You got a gun, so.
I mean, yeah, I'm like, they'll shoot people, so maybe don't do that.
It's also far from the checkpoint to anything serious. So,
but it's a military base, and they're not known for being nice. So,
I mean, at your own risk, I guess, right?
like such as all of life, at your own risk.
Well, at least the aliens at Roswell aren't 8, 9, 10 feet tall. So,
Assumedly, supposedly, you don't know. You just assume that. You haven't been to the, like, the 10th or 11th underground base level where they had to design it taller for the Atlantean and Nagas race. Come on now.
Like under Area 51, each level is just basically like
it's height sorted.
It's the
They
country.
have a direct
it's
shaft to
it's the
Shambhala
country for
and
the
Putana,
alien that
okay?
lives, or the race that lives there. So like, level 1 Vulcans, level 2 Klingons, level 3, whatever from wherever, right?
See,
But,
that's where you already screwed up, because the Klingons would be pissed that they weren't number 1. So you already screwed up. They're gonna be so angry if they have to be on level 2.
Man, wow.
They're not supposed to get their blood wine fast enough. Jeez.
I don't know what to say right here. So
It's so they don't fight amongst each other.
You could just call me a nerd, because that's what it is.
All right, you guys. It is 8:57, and we are calling the show a little bit early tonight. So thank you all for joining us. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you had fun laughing with us tonight. And if you're interested in vending at the Fairy Market, please check out links below and or the Patreon, where you can get access to the vendor application form on the Patreon. And I guess hopefully if you are out on the East Coast and near
Maryland.
I keep thinking vineyard in my head. Royal Rabbit Vineyards, thank you. Yes. In Maryland, right?
Maryland.
In Maryland, Royal Rabbit
Parkville, Maryland.
In Maryland.
Come see us at Mythmusica this weekend. It is $15 for entry if you are dressed up or you know how to haggle really well. So hope to see you guys all there. And I guess, does anybody else have anything they want to say before we go? Or is it good nightsies? I guess that's a good night tease.
Go away.
No.
Go.
No.
Hello and welcome to FAE Productions. We hope you enjoyed our show with your host, Fairy Princess Ollie. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you had fun with our FAE crew. Don't forget to click that little bell icon to get notifications of upcoming shows. And if you're looking to support your fellow FAE, fly on over to our Patreon, links below.